My name's Ed Parsons and I'm Google's Geospatial Technologist, which in English is the maps guy for Google. I think geospatial technology has always been important to councils. Everything the council does ultimately is about delivering services to people in places and identifying where resources need to be put. And I think over the last few years it's become much easier for councils to put that information about places onto their websites using maps, and many councils have done that. But I think there's a lot more that can be done that makes location sort of central to the way that you make information available to people. I have this saying that in the future the map won't be a map, in that a lot of information that we currently display on a map, locations of activities or places you might visit, may well be displayed in other devices in terms of wearable computing or on other forms of mobile app, where perhaps a map isn't the best way of representing that information. It might be that you just have a little voice talking to you, telling you, turn left, turn right, you'll get to the primary school that you're looking for, or your local library is 3 streets away and you get there on the number 16 bus. It's the same sort of information that is currently presented as a map, but you can present it in different, more innovative ways if you have different devices to use. And mobile is becoming really important, and I think certainly from a Google Maps point of view, most people come to Google Maps now via mobile devices, and that will be the case, I'm sure, in the very near future for users of council websites. And that means you have to ask that fundamental question. Is your website a destination or is it a platform? And if it's a platform, which I argue it should be, it then allows other people to use that content in different ways, to repurpose the content, to build an application that points at local recycling sites or local municipal parks and embed that information in their own mobile website or their own application. And it's a sort of shift in thinking. It's one that you have to be at a reasonable level of maturity in terms of your web design to get to. But I think it makes your content then multiple channel, and that's hugely valuable. So a destination website is a traditional design, if you like, in that you expect people to come to your website to find information. And of course some people will, and they will find your website via search engines, or they may know the website anyway. But more often than not, and particularly in the future, where there are multiple devices, different channels, people looking at this from Google Plus and Facebook and so on, they may come to your website from different places, from different destinations. So they may reach just one little piece of information that's on your website. And if you design your website as a platform, you will allow that to happen. You will allow people to get to just the little piece of information that they're looking for from wherever they've come from. And you do that very simply by just making sure that every piece of information is on a web page, has a URL that is unique, and is something that you can, in effect, share with people. Well, I think people naturally think about their localities. They think about their neighborhood, the streets around them, their local school, where resources are local to them. And if a council can make it very easy for a citizen or for one of their customers to find just the material they want based upon their location, there's going to be a much better service delivered. And I think the tools and the capability are there now to do that. It just needs a little bit of thinking. It needs people to sort of think about redesigning websites to look at very specific details about places, as particular web pages, for example. So each school could have its own web page, each recycling centre could have its own web page. And if you do that, it's easier then to put that information onto a map, and it's then easier for people to find that information when they're looking for it. All of those various places may eventually want to come and find the information that's on your council website. You need to allow that to happen easily.